Hey, what's up guys, it's Apollo Uchiha here and welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with a new story. The name of the story is What If Hiruzen Faked Naruto's Death After Kyubi Attack? And yeah guys, it is an unscripted story. Now before continuing this, shout out is due where it is due. Shout out to Dark Kitty Mai for suggesting this idea. Now moving onwards, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel and follow me on my Metaverse channel as well. And without any further ado, let's begin with our today's story. Our story begins in Konoha Gakure no Sato. A few hours after the Kyubi attack, as we go towards Hiruzen Sarutobi's office, which he had acquired again after the death of his successor, Minato Namikaze, in the attack that happened tonight, a few hours ago. As there we see Hiruzen Sarutobi was looking towards the village throughout the window. Behind him was standing an Anbu, with silver gravity-defying hair and black eye, one visible eye, while his face and eye was covered. Okage-sama, what are we gonna do with him? I have seen people who want revenge on Kyubi. They are celebrating its death, or so they believe that Sensei has. I know, Kakashi. I heard as well. But what if they find out that Naruto is the one who possesses the Kyubi? I know. I am already predicting that his life is not going to be normal. And for that I have to break the promise that I made to Minato and Kushina. As Kakashi got worried. What do you mean by that, Okage-sama? What I mean is that it's time for Naruto to die. Kakashi's eyes widened as Hiruzen turned. I don't understand. Why? Simple. We're gonna fake his death. From this day onward he will be only Naruto. Naru Uzumaki no Namikaze. His hair color will be dyed permanently using a seal, and so will be his eyes. His whisker marks, they will be hidden, so nobody would be able to figure out who he is. But would this help? Of course this would, Kakashi. He will be placed in an orphanage under the name of Naruto, a kid who has been orphaned and was found in a rubble by you during the rescue of the others. Then what? Then when he is at the age of 5, he will disappear. This time we will make sure that the legacy of the 4th lives on, regardless of the means. And so it was said and done. And Hiruzen arrived at the council chamber, where we see him sitting on his desk, tapping his finger, as there was huge and heavy amount of silence in the room. Are we gonna just sit here and look at each other's face? Can we begin discussing today's meeting? Yes. First of all, I would like to ask, how did this happen? And where is Minato? Minato is dead alongside with Kushina and their son, who unfortunately had succumbed to a worse fate than that. What do you mean by that? He was made to be the Jinchuriki, but the seal backfired. Since it was the Reaper Death Seal, Shinigami took the Kyubi alongside with Naruto's soul. And the deal was made with Minato's soul, so he died. Kushina, after a lot of stress and trauma on her body, and being impaled by the Kyubi, had no chance of surviving. So, the whole family has perished. So you mean to say that we are without a Biju? Yes. I believe that is what I just said. Here Danzo. As Hiruzen then stood up and said, taking a walk to the center of the council chamber. Esteemed council, I assure you that this is for the best for Konoha. We all have seen just how badly the Kyubi has destroyed everything here. If the Kyubi was not taken out, it would have taken us out. So, we should move forward from this. But what about the village's safety? We have been able to save ourselves without the need of the Kyubi in the last 3 wars, Danzo. So I presume that we would not be needing the Kyubi anymore. That is, unless we slack off in the trainings of Genins and whatnot, which I am aiming not to do. I have believed that the civilian council have made some adjustments to the academy schedule and some easements for the requirements to graduate. But those will be revoked effective immediately as my first order after retaking the position. and we will refocus on building. But what about, as I said, we do not need a Biju. The Kyubi is gone. It was a horrifying accident, and a little life paid the price for it, alongside many over here. As everyone began to agree, as Danzo was shut it up. After that, we see Hiruzen arrived back to his office where Kakashi was waiting for him. Is it done, Kakashi? It's done. Good. Keep an eye on the boy. When he is of the age, you will be the one to recruit him into the Anbus, where his training will begin. But I don't understand. Haven't you done enough? There are some people in the council who might still think that I am trying to hide him. And he is out there. As long as he is, and becomes a shinobi by normal means, he will never be safe. So being behind a mask of an Anbu is the only choice that he has. To keep himself hidden, and make sure that he stays safe. Not only from within the enemies, but also the outside ones. You're right. I understand. Good. Then leave, Kakashi. And this way, Hiruzen ruled the village for 5 years with Iron Fist. He continuously checked on Naruto through discreet means. But in the end, at the age of 5, Naruto was adopted. It was Kakashi Hatake who did so. It was quite intriguing by the eyes of the council when the news came in. But they, after checking the child and his background from the documents that were forged by Hiruzen, let it be because the child had no significance. He had brown hair and brown eyes, and even a bit of tan skin. He was completely normal looking and did not resemble Minato or Kushina in any sorts of ways. So Danzo let him be, because he still had a feeling that the boy was still out there somewhere, and Hiruzen was hiding it. And since Kakashi, one of Minato's students, decided to adopt a child, it must be him. But after checking the child, he thought otherwise. Maybe Kakashi really wanted someone in his life, like a child, to be his anchor. Someone who he could live for. That is what they thought, at least. But the bigger picture was known only by a few people, as Naruto was brought inside the Anbu squadron of Kakashi, Team Ryu, which Hiruzen approved of, and Naruto's training began. Naruto in the whole time was okay with this, because then at the age of 5, when he was being adopted and all, the truth was revealed to him by Hiruzen himself. Naruto stood there shocked and a little bit angry that this was kept from him. Why did you keep this from me? Said Naruto inside the Hokage office in front of Hiruzen and Kakashi. You had to make sure that you stay safe. I'm not gonna sugarcoat stuff for you, Naruto. The chances of you having a normal life were 0. The 5 years that you were able to get is the best I could do, son. The shinobi world, unfortunately, in which you are born in, is quite tough. And people who are able to beat that toughness are the only ones that come on top and survive. You would have to face those things and scenarios at one day of your life as well. That is why I am putting you in the Anbu squadron of Team Ryu. Kakashi here, aside from being your big brother, adopted one, will also be the one who will train you in your father's arts as well as in your mother's. The scrolls have been provided to him alongside the fundings. But why do I have to keep my identity hidden? It is for the best that you do so for now, Naruto. Until you become so strong that nobody, not even Konoha, would be able to hold you. Why? Because know this, Naruto. Enemies are everywhere. Always try to look underneath the underneath. Even those who try to make it look like they are your allies would have some other motives. They might try to use you. But do you fall into that? Good question. Well, I am using you, Naruto, in a sense. How so? Said Naruto. You are going to be working for Konoha as a shinobi and Anbu, and you will be doing tasks for us, so you would be used as a soldier by me. And Konoha. Kakashi over here, he though has his own agenda that he will discuss with you once you return. As now we go to the present, where we see inside Kakashi's home, Kakashi and Naruto were having dinner. What agenda you have? What? What do you mean by that, Naruto? Hiruzen-sama said that he has an agenda, and he was honest with me. Which I respect. I want you to be honest with me as well. I owe your father a lot. I was in a dark place my whole life. After my father died, committing suicide just because he didn't follow orders and saved his teammates, who backstabbed him. As Naruto's eyes widened, what? Yes. As Kakashi began to tell him about the traumatic events that he has gone through. But I was worried about you when your father died. I did not want you to go through the same pain as you went through, said Naruto. Yes, with Konoha's people, I know firsthand just how badly they can treat someone who is considered a traitor's son, or worst, your condition, the one who holds the Kyubi back. They won't care whose son you, what your family has done for this village, and even if they do, they would still come after you, regardless of that, for their own anger, satisfaction, ego. As Naruto sat down there, taking it all in, that is why I'm telling you, Naruto. Always trust yourself, even more than me. And what we have done was to protect you. Thank you, Nissan. There's nothing to worry about. And from the next day onwards, Naruto's hard and brutal training began. There were a lot of bones broken, a lot of shoulders dislocated, a lot of ribs cracked, a lot of hardships endured, a lot of days when he passed out cold. But Naruto was able to endure through everything. Naruto was able to master the Chidori as well as the Rasengan. Also, Kenjutsu. He used one katana, which he holstered on his back. His Anbu codename was Fox, which was given to him. Naruto, he was unleashed already upon the elemental nations. He was able to clear out under the Team Ryu assignment the whole bandits as well as other cults from the surrounding areas of Konoha and the nearby villages. He even went alone to help out the Land of Waves, who was called out for help discreetly to Konoha. He went alone. This was a test from Team Ryu, because he had gained an experience with them. It was time for his solo mission. Naruto not only dealt with Gato, but his goons, but also with the Swordmaster of the Mist. Naruto got wounded badly into the battle, but at the end he was able to win, withstanding it all. Naruto, after limping back towards Konoha, his vision blurred after seeing the gate. But before he could hit the ground, Kakashi was there, giving him a piggyback ride. Nissan. You did great, Naruto. Passed the test. Did I do great? Of course you did. You went way beyond. As now we see Naruto was resting in the Anbu hospital, Kakashi nearby him, as well as the rest of the team. Hiruzen arrived. I'm proud of him, and you, Kakashi. Because of your and your team's training, Naruto has become a formidable Anbu. Yes, that he has. He did not care in the last battle one bit about defense. He let his emotions run wild and offensively attacked. That bastard who was a rapist, I know. And what he did was good. It means that he still has the heart of his parents. I highly appreciate that. Appreciate you for what you have done. Is this really necessary? What do you mean by that? I mean, he's already strong. He can have a normal life now. He needs to have friends. Not us, we are adults. Look, sometimes it is best to live a secret life, Kakashi, than a normal. In Naruto's case, it's the perfect one. I have called for Kakashi and Jiraiya already. Jiraiya-sama? Why? Jiraiya is going to be coming here since he is the godfather of the boy. He is aiming to take the boy on a training trip for the next 3 years. He's 13 now. He has experience already. It's time that he follows the footsteps of his father. Are you going to make him a Kage? If he wishes to, yes. But if he doesn't, it is his life, Kakashi. I owe it to his father that he protected the village and me, and the remainder of my family. That is why I have protected him so far. So far that he has become strong on his own. I understand. Thank you. Okage-sama. No, Kakashi. Don't thank me. With that, Hiruzen left, and the next day Jiraiya arrived and was brought to the room in which Naruto was laying. So this is where the boy is, huh? It looks like he's been through hell. He alone was able to defeat Gato and his private soldier army. Huh. You don't say, Kakashi. I'm not joking. Oh, so it's serious then. I understand. I'll train him. I'll take him to Mount Miyabuku. I guess he will be the one to pass through the sage training. After all, Pa and Ma have been bullying me into that. But I thought you were already a sage. The sage mode that I use is imperfect. There is a perfect one. If mastered, can give you an enormous amount of strength as well as power boost. That is something that I believe that he might be able to achieve if he is able to get this far on his own. Help. And so, once Naruto woke up, he was met with Jiraiya. Hey kid, I'm Jiraiya, one of the legendary Sannin and, I know, my godfather. It's finally nice to meet you, Jiraiya-sama. Huh, respectful. I see. Yeah, kid. I said Jiraiya as his smile fell. Listen, it's alright. I understand, you must have been busy. No. I wasn't. I was a coward. After your father's death, had nothing left to come here. So I believed. That is until I figured out that you two were alive. Of course, Sensei didn't tell me, because he thought that there might be a leak. I figured it out on my own. How did you? I have a spy network, even within Konoha. You can't give me that much credit that I would be able to find out at least this much. And besides, I took a blood sample of you. A kid named Naruto? That is quite rare, because it's mean fish cake or maelstrom. Yes. And the name that was given to my protagonist was chosen by your father from my book. He told me that he will name his son Naruto, but it could have been anyone. Yes, it could have been, but not in Konoha after the death of your parents. With no history of your parents' background, you were my only shot. I took a blood sample, tested it out, and I knew you were my godchild. I see. So, when are we gonna... You need to rest first, kid. Then we're gonna leave. It was the council they want to know. And so, Naruto resting, we see Jiraiya arrived alongside with Hiruzen at the council meeting. As he then said, I would like to inform the esteemed council that I'm taking one of the children that I have chosen to be my successor with me to Mount Miyabuku for training for a few years. Who? His name is Naruto, an orphan boy who has been taken in by Kakashi. Hold it, said Danzo as he stood up. Why? A sudden interest, Jiraiya. For so long you have denied the request of taking any apprentice after Minato had become yours. And now, out of nowhere, you chose one? Is it that hard to grasp that I would? Yes, to be honest, it is for me. What's the agenda here? What's your deal? Why you, Hiruzen, and Kakashi are hiding something from us? Seems to me, Danzo, you're the only salty one here. Well, the rest of them don't care, because the proof is in front of everyone's eyes that he is an orphan. Orphan boy? Or an orphaned boy made by the Kyubi attack. On the night his parents died, which were Minato and Kushina. As Jiraiya began to laugh out so hard that his tears came out. Oh, Danzo. Seriously, you make me laugh. You old coot. Why are you laughing, Jiraiya? You think I'm joking? Do a blood test then. If he's proven not to be the child of both Minato and Kushina, then you would resign. And if he is, then I would hand over my spy network to Konoha. Something that you have been bugging me to do so. So, put your money where your mouth is, Danzo. What is it going to be? Danzo remained quiet because it was a big gamble. So much so that if he failed, he would have to resign and give away his power. Danzo was cornered, and so Koharu and Homura stayed quiet because they too would be dragged into this and didn't say anything. They all looked towards Hiruzen and then said, "Fair enough. See anything wrong with that?" Actually, I am okay with this. We do need a new successor of the Toad Sage. But what about Tsunade and him? Anko already is one of the Snake Clan members. She is not able to learn the Snake Sage mode or anything or become a sage at all, but she is still there. And as for Tsunade, maybe I will be able to convince her to teach him. Wait, you're saying that? Yes, I'm gonna teach the boy to master all the three clans' techniques. Are you insane? Yes, because I know the boy will be able to handle it, and that is why I need 5 years. 2 years for each Snake and Toad clan. Only one though for the Slug clan. And so, at first, it was Anko. Because before the training trip leaves, Anko needs to be the one to teach Naruto. In the meanwhile, the Chunin exams happen in which Naruto was not only able to catch Kabuto but also the other members and help out those who were supposed to die, as in canon they did, and caught off Orochimaru and brought him in front of Hiruzen himself. Once Orochimaru was caught because of a tranquilizer while he tried to attack Sasuke, we see that Naruto arrived with his Anbu mask on, leave. Seeing that it was an Anbu of Konoha they did, as carrying the unconscious and chakra suppressed body of Orochimaru, Naruto brought him to the Hokage office where he was awakened. How? Impossible. We have read through your mind already, said Inoichi. You figured out your plan, and we have contacted Suno and informed them that their Kazekage is in fact dead inside a cold storage unit back at their village. So they have left. The Chunin exams have been called off for, and the whole sound teams are arrested alongside your spies. How is that possible? Well, one of my trusted envoys were the one to find out about it. Since Anko was busy in the second part of the Chunin exams, he went along with her. And from there, he was able to sense something. Sense you. So, we're found. Thought I was being discreet. Regardless of if you have found me or not, know this, that you all are going to pay for what you have done. It wasn't my fault that your parents died on Orochimaru. I tried to protect them. No, you didn't. You and Konoha didn't. You hid that from me. All my life. Pay for that, Hiruzen Naruto. Take him away. Once Orochimaru was taken away, his plan foiled. The Chunin exams were put on hold for the time being, as Naruto and Anko in that time being were able to train. And trained for a few months until Naruto was able to get into the Snake clan. After making a snake, which was a huge black snake named Roku, his summon. After that, Naruto went with Jiraiya, and there he began to train with Roku, mastering the Snake Sage arts, even activating it, gaining the yellow eyes which listed them with green markings on his face and enhancing his skills and strength. He fought against Jiraiya, and Jiraiya realized that Naruto was faster than him, and he was even able to use the snake venom technique. After that, Naruto began to learn the Toad summoning clan techniques, and the snake and the toads were okay with that. Gamakichi became his personal summon, and there he was able to master the snake Toad Sage mode within 2 years of training, which was rigorous as hell, and he was able to push Jiraiya to complete his Sage mode as well. After that, they found Tsunade, who Jiraiya received a letter from Hiruzen that needs to be brought back, and was convinced after accepting a challenge from Naruto, and seeing that from Tsunade's perspective that Naruto was a carbon copy of both Nawaki as well as Dan, agreed in the end after losing the bet. Once returned, She trained Naruto in physical strength as well as in other parts of her training, such as medical techniques and body enhancement and regeneration techniques from the 100 healing marks, and also the slug summoning. Naruto had done the impossible. He had mastered within 5 years the 3 summoning clans and their sage modes and techniques. After that was done, Fox became a name that was written into the bingo books as a triple S rank threat because he could summon all 3 summoning clans at a single time and use them against the battle against his enemies, which in itself was a huge disadvantage for them. Many have ascended, such as Eva and Kum, their elite envoys to take him out, but they have never returned, because Naruto has taken them out all on his own. Orochimaru, in the meanwhile, after interrogation, was able to reveal something sinister. A plan from an organization formed in the depths of Amekakure. Hiruzen, who has passed down the seed to Tsunade now, both of them agreed, alongside with Jiraiya, that they need to bring in the other villages. And once this was informed to them, they laughed until one by one the Bijus began to disappear. And Oniki was the one, after his granddaughter almost got herself killed. And the Bijus and Jinchurikis ended up dead, while Bijus being taken from the people within black cloaks and red clouds. Kage Summit. And once the Kage Summit was summoned, he apologized to Hiruzen and asked and requested for everyone to cooperate. And everyone did. Because if Oniki, the fence sitter, the one who was the most egotistical, would let go of his ego and ask for something like this, they too have to oblige, because they knew things were serious. Naruto, he was amongst them, hidden. Naruto in the end was able to stage a attack alongside the other nations and their elite forces to Akatsuki. They did not even knew what hit them. But it was when Naruto arrived at the hidden truth where it was kept, Naruto froze. Something within him began to feel scared, and as if was being pulled towards it. The Garomazo, the statue of the 10 tails. Naruto unconsciously placed a hand on it and was connected to the monster that was there. The one-eyed beast that was hideous and strong, even after being turned into a husk. It was growling, screeching like a monster. But Naruto could sense that it was scared, afraid, and did not know why this was happening. "I don't believe it," said a voice for the first time. "Kyubi?" "Yes. I cannot believe this. I thought it was a monster. My father thought it was a monster." "Who is that?" "Shinju, the 10 tails, which we all Bijus are a part of." "Why is it in agony? Why is it feeling pain? I thought it didn't feel anything." "I don't know." Shinju. As the monster dropped and screeched towards Naruto in that plane, Naruto dodged his hand attacks that were in the form of tails and began to dash towards it. Once arriving up and was about to attack his eye with his blade, Naruto stopped, as Shinju just stared at him, a bit calm. "Kid, what are you waiting for?" "No. You're not a monster. You're just scared." As Shinju hummed, he cannot speak. "What do you mean It's a monster." "So were you. Up until now." Kyubi was shut up by that time, because it was being hypocrite. It claimed it wasn't a monster and it was treated by humans as a monster. And now it was claiming that the being that he was a part of was a monster and he wasn't. To Naruto that was quite hypocritical. So he called the Kyubi out. Kyubi remained shut up as it watched Naruto try to do something with Shinju. Naruto just placed his hand, extending it as the Shinju closed his huge eyes and a little bit hummed in his gravelly tone, and suddenly it disappeared. As a form of Rinne Sharingan mark, the eye of the Shinju appeared in Naruto's palm as a form of tattoo. What happened? I think you were chosen by the Shinju to become its master. That has never happened before. How is this? How is this possible? I don't know. As suddenly everyone who was there arrived. Naruto, what are you doing here standing in a room? Huh? What? What do you mean by that? As Kakashi then said, you're alone in this dark room, Naruto. We are already winding it up. We are leaving. Oh, I see. Don't tell them what has happened. You'll become their number one enemy. Right? Once Naruto returned, Naruto and Kyubi began to talk, and Naruto was able to realize that not all beaches were bad. Not even the Ten Tails that thought that was bad. Naruto could still feel Shinju within, in his mindscape, but it never appeared again. On the other side, Naruto's strength was 1000-fold more. His chakra was an endless pit. He could use however and how many attacks he wanted. And as for his heritage, it was finally announced in front of the council and Konoha. And everyone was shocked. Inside the council chamber, after the announcement, it was a whole new scenario that was being played at by Danzo, who was enraged beyond everything and demanded that he was being told why he was being kept from this secret. As Naruto himself answered, simple, because you could have not kept it, and I at the time was being considered something that I found out to be the target of the people's hatred. Think about this. As the people had no response to that. In the end though, after the blood test was confirmed, and even Jiraiya and the others were able to testify, it was confirmed that Naruto in fact was Naruto Uzumaki no Mikaze, his blonde hair now visible with his whisker marks and blue eyes. His disguise dropped, and now Naruto could live freely in his own skin, the one that he was forced to hide because of the people and their hatred, with all the wealth as well as heritage and the strength that he possessed now, into the new era of the elemental nation, where he was the most feared being in the whole planet, and there was nothing at all Konoha or any other being could do about it in the whole world. As this is where I'm going to be leaving the story off, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, and follow me on my Meta What If channel as well. As this is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing off for the day. Peace.